Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Daryl and I'm a less than amateur runner who likes running and running related things. Today I'll be talking about the Asics Megablast, a shoe that I've been waiting to get my hands on since hearing about it a while back. If you have been following the channel, you know I've been testing a lot of the Asics shoes, so I was especially excited to see what Asics brought to the table with the brand new Megablast. I've run in the Nova Blast series and the Super Blast, so I'm curious to see what's new and different about the Megablast. Before we get into the review, I want to be fully transparent with you. I purchased this shoe on my own, so no one has any input or control over what I say. As always, the opinions you're about to hear are entirely my own. Also, thank you to the people who have been watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. And if this is your first time watching, please consider subscribing for more running-related content. And while you're here, hopefully I get this up in time, wanted to ask if anybody is running the Chicago Marathon coming up next week. If you're there, I hope to see you and I hope you have a good race. So with that being said, let's go take this shoe for a run.
Keep it above 50, hey.
I'm currently at peak mileage for the Chicago Marathon, and I've been using the Runna App to guide my training. I actually used the app to train for a half marathon back in May where I set a new PR, and now I'm hoping to finally break that sub 4-hour mark in Chicago. If you're interested in trying the app out, there's a code for a free 2-week trial in the comment section down below. I took this shoe out for an 11-mile run on some hilly terrain. Runna had me running at a comfortable pace of about 8 minutes and 57 seconds per mile. I threw in some strides to see how the shoe responded, and it handled the hills perfectly. Last week I also tested the shoe out on a tempo run, 4.5 miles total with 2 miles around a 7:45 pace. Not too long ago I attempted my 22-mile long run, and it ended up being a total failure on my part. It was hot and humid and the weather got the best of me. But the shoe itself felt fine though. At this point I've logged almost 100 miles in them, and so far there's been no hot spots, no issues with lockdown. It feels like a very comfortable shoe to run in. The only thing that I think you'd have to take into consideration, if your feet are wide, this is a little bit narrow right around here, so you'd have to maybe look at sizing or try the shoe on itself. All right, let's talk about the specs on the shoes. Here's the tagline from the Asics website. One of the bounciest Asics trainers that's functional for various speeds and distances. The Asics Megablast weighs in at approximately 8.1 ounces for a men's size 9. Oddly enough, the right shoe weighs 8.1 ounces, and the left for me, for some reason, was 8.6 ounces. It's not anything I would notice unless I weighed the shoe, but I just thought I would mention it. while I'm here. It features an 8mm drop with a stack height of 45 millimeters in the heel and then 37 down here in the forefoot. The midsole comes equipped with Asics brand new Flight Foam Turbo Squared and aliphatic TPU. It's their latest and greatest foam innovation. It's supposed to be lighter and bouncier. Up top, Asics went with the engineered woven material that's super lightweight and breathable. And on the bottom here on the outsole, it's the Asics grip, which is supposedly their best rubber. All right, if you're wondering, there is no plate in the shoe. It does fit true to size with a nice solid lockdown that keeps things comfortable even on those longer runs. One thing I did notice that it feels a bit narrow, so if you have wider feet, you might want to take that into consideration while picking out a size or possibly trying it on before you buy it. The upper is made from an engineered woven mesh that's super breathable and lightweight. In certain spots, you can actually see through the shoe, which really helps with breathability. I don't know if you can actually see it here with the lighting that I have. I've put a few miles on the shoe, and one of those runs, it was extremely hot and humid, and I had no issues with breathability. The fit runs true to size, offering a very snug hole through the midfoot and heel. And I've mentioned this before, but I had a solid lockdown with the shoe. I had noticed no slippage while I was running. I'm not sure if you're interested in this part or not, but according to the Asics website, at least 50% of the shoe's main upper material is made with recycled content to reduce waste and carbon emissions. The shoe features a thin gusseted tongue, which I really enjoy. Hugs the midfoot down here, and I'm happy to see it comes with the pull tab in the back right here. I do like those. If you've watched my last review of the Brooks Hyperion Max, you'll know I mentioned that my favorite laces are the sawtooth style, and I'm glad to see that Asics included it here on their shoe. It's one of my favorite type of laces. I don't know if I can get this in focus or not, but the heel collar here has plenty of padding to keep your heel secure. All right, the midsole is really the star of the show here, shoe or show. Asics loaded it with their new FF Turbo Squared foam, which they claim is one of their bounciest trainers that's functional for various speeds and distances. I've taken the Asics Megablast out on several runs now, including an 11-mile run at an easy pace. I threw in some strides just to see how that handled. And it felt very comfortable. I don't know if you guys are video gamers or not, but you know in video games when they mess with the gravity and your character suddenly jumps higher, that's almost exactly how this shoe feels. Light, bouncy, and a blast to run in. As mentioned before, there's no rocker on the shoe. It's really just the foam doing the work. And just from a quick look, looking at a couple different pairs of the shoe, this is the Super Blast 2. This shoe, it looks like the rocker kicks in a little bit earlier, and you can really feel that smooth roll through each stride, which makes those longer runs, for me, flow a little bit easier. Real quick, the outsole of the shoe comes with the Asics grip rubber that is placed right where you need it, and even on a light rainy run, I had no issues with traction on the shoe. There's a good amount of exposed foam too, which keeps the shoe nice and light. Though I'll have to see how it handles with durability over time. So I guess the big question is for people who are considering buying a shoe like this, where does the Megablast fit in with the rest of the Blast shoe series? Let's take a look at the Asics breakdown of the lineup and what each one is built for. And this is all coming from the Asics website that I looked up the other day. So let's see, I have the Nova Blast 5 here, which is for daily running, provides an energized, comfortable feel for your everyday miles. They also have the Asics Sonic Blast, which I haven't bought, and I probably will not buy that one, but according to their website, it's best used for interval runs and speed focused for daily training. Built to deliver propulsion and bounce. And then you have the Asics Super Blast 2. And again, according to their website, it's best for distance running and helps reduce fatigue over longer runs with extra support. And I actually did run the Chicago Marathon in these shoes last year. I had just come off running the Berlin Marathon and I wanted something comfortable on my feet. So I wasn't really going out to break any personal records that day. And then of course you have the Asics Megablast, and it's best for, again, according to their website, best for maximum bounce and energy return. So to wrap this up, the Megablast has quickly become one of the most fun shoes in my rotation. Honestly, it's one of the most versatile shoes for me that Asics has put out. It's light, bouncy, and it's been a very enjoyable shoe to run in over the last few weeks. The only real downside of the shoe is the price tag. The last time I checked, which was a few weeks ago, it was still running about $220 US for the shoe. I just want to say thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more running related content. And if you're running the Chicago Marathon this coming weekend, good luck to you. It looks like the weather is going to be a pretty decent day to run in, although I'd rather have it a little bit cooler. But I think we'll have a good day to run. So until next time, keep running strong and stay mustached.